Hey there, I'm a DIY track guy. This is my humble garage, and today we're answering a question that nobody's asked. Are 9-year-old all seasons better on track than fresh 200 treadwear tires? Let's go. The answer is no, obviously. If you've been following the channel, you'll know that I recently fitted a fresh set of 200 treadwear Hankook RS4s in a 225/45/15. They replaced a 9-year-old set of 360 treadwear Falken ZE912 tires in a 195/50/15. Common car guy wisdom, and I may be wrong here, is that tires have a certain best performance service life. I've heard people say anywhere from 5 to 10 years. As you'd expect, there's many factors that contribute to the life of a tire, and age is only one of them. If we take a closer look at these Falken tires, we'll notice that there's a dot code stamped on the sidewall, which has 4 numbers that indicate the month and year of manufacture, kind of like the tire's birthday. This one says 3513, which means it was made in late August 2013, and puts it at a little less than 9 years old. Now, on closer inspection of our Falkens, we see that there's very little cracking in the rubber. Since rubber is an organic compound, it does degrade over time and eventually rots. But it's not only rubber, there's very smart people at the manufacturers who decide what slurry of stuff goes into this compound to give it its intended characteristics. However, as things do, they will age out and no longer provide an acceptable and safe amount of grip. So if we look at our Falkens again, we can see that the wear indicators and wear bars are still visible. There's a ton of meat left on this tire. Last thing to mention, and it goes without saying, that the tires are the only points of contact that the car has with the ground. And as such, all the power developed by the engine, the track-ready big brakes, the awesome suspension and chassis stiffening, and all the mods that we do to the car come down to these 4 tires' contact patches and the tarmac. So how do we know how much life is left in our tires if they're in good condition, they aren't dried out and cracked, and they have an adequate amount of tread left? I have no idea, so I looked up what Falken says, and here's their statement. Falken recommends replacing your tires when the tread wears down to the wear bars at 2/32 of an inch. Tires that have been in use for 5 years or more should continue to be inspected by a qualified tire specialist, at least annually. It is recommended that any tires 10 years old or older from the date of manufacture be replaced with new tires as a precaution. Great, so 5 to 10 years, no help there. So what's a DIY track guy to do? Take it to the track. We are back at Toronto Motorsports Park in Haldimand County, Ontario, about 100 kilometers or 60 miles from Toronto itself, which is about a 17-hour drive in traffic. I think I'm about to say something deeply insightful here.
Okay, for a bit of a laugh, I've bolted on the Falken 195 tires on those heavy XXR rims. Let's see how bad this really is.
For those of you just tuning in, I'm driving my stock-powered 1990 Miata with some mild suspension mods, chassis stiffening, and big brakes. We gingerly get onto the brakes coming into turn 1 here after hitting a dizzying 135 kilometers per hour or 84 miles per hour on the front straight. Surprisingly, the turn-in bites sufficiently to navigate around the corner without immediately spearing into the weeds and over that hill. Again, we reach speeds in excess of 120 kilometers per hour or 75 miles per hour and hesitantly get on the binders early in case we exit the track into the gravel there. We take an aggressive line over the curbs, manage to keep it on track, down in a second, take a tight line through turn 3, not even using all of the prodigious grip offered by these mud and snow rated all seasons. Snaking through the S's, turn 4 and 5, we can hear the tires talking to us with a little understeer coming onto the short straight down to turn 6. Into the bumpy braking zone for turn 6, being careful not to lock up on this non-ABS equipped car. We can get it pointed at the apex, but the rear end comes out to play, compromising the exit speed for the run down to the kink, turn 7. Over the curbs, we get into the brakes, downshifting smoothly into second and negotiate nicely through turn 8, getting back over to track left. In turn 9, which we affectionately nickname the never-ending right, we get a lot of push that we try to manage with a little waggle of the AliExpress steering wheel. Up into third, and we're flat out through turn 10 and point the nose right at the inside curbs of turn 11A. We try to carry some speed through turn 11 with the tires squawking and blast out onto the front straight, unleashing the full might of those 116 horsepowers. Your time is precious, so I won't bore you with the second hot lap, except to point out a couple of moments like this. And this. And this hotness. but I will bore you with the third and final hot lap and compare it to my fastest lap on the 225 RS4 Fresh Boy tires from earlier in the day. Is now a good time to beg you to please like and subscribe if you're enjoying this video. It really is a motivation for making more useless content like this. Shockingly, we make it through the last turn without spreading the car along that beautiful concrete wall. And after what seems like an age, we rocket across the line for a robust and full-bodied 1 minute 33.31 second lap time, a good 4 seconds slower than our Hankook RS4s. This is where the tires lost interest, and so did I, so let's bring it in. As we take a cool down lap, final thoughts. So no, 9-year-old all-seasons aren't faster than fresh 200 treadwears, they're clearly slower by a good margin. But that wasn't the question. The question was, are they better? Still no, but I was genuinely expecting they wouldn't even make it around one turn, much less offer enough grip to put down several hot laps. I'm reminded of the old cliche, mod the driver, not the car. Focusing on building track driving skills will always lead to better lap times and a better driver, way faster than dropping tons of cash on go-fast parts. Driving on these vintage tires with low grip levels can teach so much about a car's dynamics, characteristics, and situational manners at safer and lower speeds than bolting on a set of Hoosier R7s, which is essentially the Miata formula and is definitive proof that a slow car fast is 87.93% more fun than a fast car slow. So with that, that's all from the Mostly Useless Garage. You're awesome, I'm useless, thanks for watching.